Team Hitch from American River College, the Clean Diesel program.
Giovanni Hernandez, Clean Diesel major.
James Sonas, Clean Diesel major.
Josh Clean Diesel major.
Kevin Stein, Mechanical Engineer major.
Evgeny Pertenko, a Clean Diesel major.
Pavel Shved, Clean Diesel major.
Arsenal Sultan, Clean Diesel major.
Michael Drobot, Clean Diesel major.
Our project consists of a trailer-mounted, hitch-mounted lift, typically used for lifting up transmissions, engines, anything heavy on the side of the road. We saw a need and a function for a piece of equipment that could be mobile and could be used anywhere in any setting. And so this is the design we came up with, and we used some old parts. There's a hub as the pivot point out of an old vehicle that's our turning pivot point for our lift. The top, you'll notice, is a lot of old frame rail. Looks like an old leaf spring here on the top. Like I said, we repurposed a lot of this old scrap metal and equipment from the yard just to build something out of it and show it could be repurposed. Well, what inspired us the most was our teachers. They really like us to get involved and use the skills we're learning in our program and in our classes and put it all together to make a project. The other things that inspired us is trying to repurpose old material, reuse it, find a new life for it, and really just to make something useful. Well, there's a lot of things that motivate people for different reasons, but one of the big ones is to show off our talents and show off the abilities and the skill sets that we learn in our program. And this gives us a perfect forum to do that. With our talent, we plan on taking it to the workforce. We're going to be going to Volvo, Freightliner, the leading industry people, and making America cleaned up and getting clean diesel to the place it needs to be.
This painting is a visual representation of my best friend's little brother. For this piece, I used all acrylic paint on canvas. It took me a total of 40 hours when you put the time all together. I've always had a fascination with showing narrative and emotion with different expressions on people's faces, so one evening I think just this image of my friend's little brother popped into my head, and I knew that's exactly what I want to paint, and I want to capture this expression. My mom and my art teacher Jeff Carter motivated me. My mom is always inspiring me to try new things. My art teacher Jeff Carter is always pushing his students to get our artwork out there and try and experience different things. I also have an interest in photography, so hopefully with a mix of both talents I'd love to go into advertising to be an art director. So that's the plan for now. Who knows if it'll change.
Well, I was hired late in the season when I came to Cooper's class for 2nd grade. And when I was hired, the interviewer said, "This is the worst class ever. Like, I hope you make it." So the first day when I met you on the playground in line, I told them, "I heard you're the best class ever," right? I said that. And so from there I knew this class was so disjointed and not working together. I knew the first thing I needed to do was do a huge art piece with all of them collectively, so they knew the power of that, the beauty of that when they saw that together, right? So we first started out and we researched turtles, right? What did we learn about a turtle?
We learned about turtle that there's different kind of turtles.
There's different kind of turtles. What was our favorite kind of turtle, obviously?
Sea turtles.
Sea turtles. So that's what you see on the display. I wanted the kids not only to feel good about themselves in your piece, Cooper, just that there it was for us to see. I wanted to inspire other people. I wanted to inspire them that yes, art belongs in school, because art is your right brain. You need to connect your right and left brain together in order to be more productive. So I said it needs to come here. So that inspired me to put it out for the greater community to see. I wanted them to see what we did, Cooper. Didn't you think the community needs to see? So when the greater community saw it and validated it, it even validated each child more. And that's what education should be, validation. Education should not be dull. It should not be boring. It should not be mundane. Lame. It should not be lame. Education.
It should be awesome.
It should be awesome.
And cool.
And cool. Did you think that this year was that way? You better answer right because it's on film.
Yes.
Okay, there you go. I've just been hired for a first and second grade class, which that's 2 total different grades. Can you imagine having a first grader in your class? So I'm going to have to unify them again. 2 total different grades. I'm bringing my art teacher friend in, and I'm submitting another art piece next year. And I cannot wait.
Well, it's a loom, as you can see, a natural dyeing loom. The loom is made out of 4 oak pieces of wood, and it's artificial twine to wrap them together. There's a company that we get our manufactured yarn from, and we just measured time, measured amounts of everything, heat, wool, yarn, and then sometimes we put a mordant in. And a mordant is the Latin word for bite. And the mordant we generally use alum. Well, when my grandma was younger, she started to do natural dyeing, and she thought it would be really fun when I started going over there. So we decided to give it a try, and I guess I just really liked it. Well, I submitted it to the county fair a year ago, and I won a whole bunch of awards. So I figured that, well, I didn't figure, but I thought that I might get a couple awards if I entered it in the state fair. So I decided to give it a try. Well, I do, obviously the natural dyeing was weaving, and it has patterns, and I do square dancing. So it's kind of meshing together to learn the patterns of weaving and the patterns of square dancing, and I guess that's really what I plan to do.
It took me about 80 hours, not like in one span, but like throughout the year. And it's 100% wool, and it's fully lined, and I had to sew it, seam it, and hand sew it on some points. Well, I was looking around for a challenge, and I found a bomber jacket online, so I decided to make a bomber jacket and a vest and pants to go with it. I've won 2 golden bears already, so I wanted a 3rd one because my brother has 2, so I kind of wanted one more than him, so. I'm not sure yet because I do a lot of things like soccer and school and 4-H, so I don't know if I'm gonna do anything with it.